Rockstar has confirmed 8 characters for GTA 6. 2 of them are Jason and Lucia, the other 6 tell you what you'll actually be doing in Leonida. And here's a part barely anyone is talking about. Half of the supporting cast exists to run a record label. Not a leak, not a rumour, that's straight from Rockstar's own character bios. So here's all 8 characters, what each one of them is confirmed to be, and why that record label might be the most interesting detail Rockstar has revealed so far. The game launches in November, pre-orders are already live, and this is a cast exactly as Rockstar has confirmed it today. 2 leads, 6 supporting characters. Let's get into it. You already know the leads. Jason Duval, a former army soldier who grew up around criminals in the Keys, ended up running drugs for local dealers, and now seems to want a way out. Then there's Lucia Caminos, the series' first modern female protagonist. She's in prison when the game begins, and from everything Rockstar has shown, she's the more calculated strategist of the pair. Now let's talk about the 6 supporting characters. First there's Boobie Ike, a Vice City legend who's turned street money into a business empire. He owns property, the Jack of Hearts strip club, and a recording studio. And it says this line in his bio: the club money paid for the studio, and the drug money paid for it all. So just how legitimate is that empire? Keep that recording studio in mind because it comes important later. Rockstar also placed Boobie on the official cover art, complete with his gold crown lion ring. That's not usually how you treat a minor character. Next is Dre'Quan Priest. He's Boobie's business partner, and together they run only Raw Records. Dre'Quan signs artists and books performances at the clubs. One line from his bio stood out to me. He says, "Dancers are like my A&Rs." That isn't random dialogue, that's genuine music industry language. Third is Real Dimez. They're actually 2 people, Baylux and Roxy, friends since high school who turned hustling local dealers into an online rap career. After an early hit with a rapper called Downplay, they're now signed to only Raw Records, hoping lightning strikes twice. Then there's Hampton, Jason's friend and an associate of Brian, a conspiracy theorist who spends his time listening to Coast Guard radio, drinking beers, and disappearing down internet rabbit holes. Rockstar describes him as someone who's perfectly happy living out in the low tide of America. Personally, he reminds me of a mix between Lester and Jimmy from GTA 5, the tech guy who rarely leaves the sofa. Next is Raul Bautista, the professional bank robber, confident, experienced, and always looking for people willing to take bigger risks for bigger rewards. On the official cover art, he's standing outside a bank holding a rifle with his bandana down. He's the only character on that cover who already looks ready to rob the place. If GTA 6 brings back organised heists, Raul feels like the character pointing directly towards him. Finally, there's Brian Heder, an old school drug smuggler from the Florida Keys. He still moves product through his boatyard alongside his 3rd wife, Lori. These days he gets younger people like Jason to do most of the dirty work. He's also the reason Jason has somewhere to live, letting him stay rent-free in exchange for helping with local shakedowns. Brian is actually one of the characters we've seen least, so most of what we know comes from directly Rockstar's biography. Now there's 2 things fans keep arguing about. First is the character count. Rockstar lists 9 character entries if you count Real Dimez as 2 people, 8 if you count them together. Then if you include smaller name characters like Lori, Stephanie, and Downplay, you're closer to 13 name characters overall. People aren't disagreeing, they're just counting different things. The second debate is Raul. His white and purple shirt reminds a lot of fans of Lance Vance from the original Vice City, who famously betrayed Tommy Vercetti. Because of that, there's a theory Raul eventually betrays Jason and Lucia too. That's only a fan theory. Rockstar hasn't hinted to it at all. It's simply something the community have noticed. There are still a few honest unknowns. We know what these characters are, we don't know how large each role will be. We don't know whether Boobie's business is genuinely legitimate or simply a clean front for drug money. And we don't know whether the music industry is a gameplay system we'll interact with or simply part of the story. Rockstar hasn't answered these questions yet, but here's the part I find most interesting. Most people treat a character list like a trivia, just names to remember before launch. I think it's much bigger than that. This cast is basically a roadmap for GTA 6's major systems. Brian represents smuggling, Raul represents heists, Kyle represents planning and intelligence, and then there's the music side. 3 of the 6 supporting characters are directly connected to only Raw Records. Boobie is the money, Dre'Quan runs the label, Real Dimez are the artist. As someone who makes music myself, I can't ignore how accurately Rockstar have built that structure. They didn't just create musicians, they created the people behind the scenes too. The money, the A&R, the artists, that's an actual record label. And Rockstar gave every part of it a face. To me, that suggests music isn't just a background atmosphere in GTA 6. It feels like it's woven into the world itself. And strangely, that's the part hardly anyone seems to be talking about. So here's the honest summary. Rockstar has officially confirmed 8 main characters: Jason, Lucia, Boobie Ike, Dre'Quan Priest, Real Dimez, Hampton, Raul Bautista, and Brian Heder. Beyond that, everything else is speculation. The Raul betraying idea is just a theory. Unnamed characters stay unnamed. Leaked names stay out of the conversation. And for me, the biggest takeaway isn't who these characters are, it's how much the confirmed cast revolves around music. If you enjoyed this breakdown, the obvious next video is only Raw Records itself. Who a Boobie and Dre'Quan really are, and what proper in-game music industry can mean for GTA 6. But for now, let me know in the comments. Do you think Raul will eventually betray Jason and Lucia? And which of these 6 supporting characters are you most excited to see? Save your progress, subscribe, I'll see you in the next one.